Running Facebook ads for your online fitness business to generate leads, calls, and even sales could be quite scary and daunting, especially if you haven't done it before. Now, after running millions and millions of dollars of Facebook ads for my own business and also for my clients' businesses, I want to run you through the basics of getting everything set up and then the different types of campaigns to use for your online fitness business. Now, this video is just going to be a 101 basics tutorial. In other videos, I'm going to dive into each different campaign objective and really walk you through on how to have success with Facebook and Instagram ads. So I'm going to dive into my computer, walk you through the basics of setup, and then take you through actually building a campaign and just showing you the different settings and really how to set you up for success when it comes to running Facebook ads. Alright, so I've dived into my computer and I'm going to run through the basics first of all of just getting everything set up so you can run Facebook and Instagram ads successfully. So you may already have this set up. If you haven't, then this is how to really kind of set up the back end of Facebook. We're going to look at the business manager or maybe the business portfolio or Meta business suite, because Facebook changes it all the time. They change the names of things. So just want to make sure wherever you are in the world, it makes sense and you have and see the certain screens that I see. So you'll have a Facebook personal profile. On this left-hand side, you'll see these different options and you may see Ads Manager. So if we click on the Ads Manager here, this is then going to take me through to an Ads Manager. Now it's most likely going to take me through to what we call a personal ad account, and it has done. So as you can see here, there's nothing in here and my Facebook personal profile shows up on the left-hand side. Now if I click on this, you'll see that it says your account. And this is a personal Facebook ad account. So when you create your personal profile, this is automatically created for you. And this is just if you ever wanted to boost posts, then this is where they would go to and how they would be boosted on your Facebook. Now we don't want to use this just because there is certain limitations to your personal ad account. And we want to make sure that we can use a business portfolio or what was previously called a business manager. So if you haven't created one of these already, if you click on this top left, you'll see them here if you've got one. If you've got an old one, you could just rename it or you could use it. That's absolutely fine. If you haven't created one, you just want to click on Create Business Portfolio. Create your names. This can be your business name or your name. Add your first and last name, add your business email. It'll send you an email. You just need to verify it. And that's you set up. So now you've got a business portfolio set up. Now what we can do inside of there is basically we're going to house all the assets. So we'll house our business page, we can house our Instagram, we can house our ads manager, and then also our data set, which was formerly known as the pixel. So I'm just going to dive into my second account, and I'm going to click on the business settings. So from here, those four things that I mentioned, it'll be your page. So you're going to want to add a page in here. Now if you already have a Facebook business page, then you can just claim it. So you can go add, and then you can just say add page, and then search the page. You can either add the URL or search. So I could add the Remote Coach Academy and then click add page, and that would be added in there, and then you just allocate it to yourself. Same with an ad account. Again, really simple. You just click add, create a new account, name it the account name you want, so your business name or your name. Make sure your time zone's correct, and then make sure your currency is correct, because once you set this currency, you can't change it. I've made this mistake myself before. Make sure that your currency is set correctly, because this is what Facebook is going to bill you with. Next, you could obviously connect your Instagram account by just clicking here, and you just connect the two. And then finally, you go to data sources, go to data sets, and click add, and just create a new data set. And that's really it. That's really the basics of setting it up. Those are the four things you need to be able to run ads on Facebook and Instagram. You do need a Facebook business profile to be able to run ads on both. So again, if you haven't already got one, just create one. Dead easy to do. You just need to kind of mirror it as your personal profile or create it as a business. And then obviously that's where all of the ads are going to run from. Now this is the business manager. You may also have something called Meta Business Suite. So this is what Meta Business Suite looks like. And again, they're very similar. You can manage both kind of in the same area. So on the top left here, you've got this drop down. We can see here that I've got my business portfolio, and then we've got this second business portfolio here. So again, you could create what we call a business portfolio, which is where it houses all of your assets. And then you click on ads. It's then going to take you through to, if we go on all ads, it's saying create ad here, but this isn't really the section we want to go to. We want to find the actual ads manager. So if we click on all tools, we've then got all of these tools here, and then you can see ads manager here. So once we open that ads manager, that's going to open up our ads manager, and actually it's opened up our current account here. So that's really kind of the two different areas. You've got kind of the business manager, but it also could be Meta Business Suite as well. They're kind of similar. So if you do have a Meta Business Suite, you can do everything inside of here. And also there's other benefits to this as well. So you've got kind of notifications in here. You've got your inbox, so you can see messages from different people on Facebook and Instagram if you've got everything connected. So you can kind of manage everything from Facebook and Instagram, including your messages. You can do, obviously, create content on here and plan it on here. And then also you can connect up your ads and things like that. So pretty useful. Again, I've just used Business Manager for a while, so I'm used to that, but you can use the Meta Business Suite as well. All right, so let's dive into ads and really go through kind of the top 3 campaigns that I would run. So this is an ads manager. If you haven't seen this before, this is where you would run ads and get all your data. This is where you would build them and launch them. So when we click create, we get given several options. So we've got awareness, traffic, engagement, leads, app promotion, and sales. So from here, obviously if you hover over them, it tells you what they are and you can go through that. But majority of time for online fitness businesses, we're looking to use instant forms, Messenger and Instagram, and then also conversions. So those are the 3 campaigns that we run, and they're all based in the lead campaign objective. So in another video, I'm going to break down each one separately. I have actually created one on group growth, which includes instant forms. So you can check out that video if you want to look at how to build a lead instant forms campaign and grow a Facebook group with it. But I will create other campaigns and videos around that and show you how to build out instant forms, Messenger and Instagram ads, and then also conversion campaigns as well. So for this example, I'm just going to click on leads. I'm going to click continue. And then this is where it says Facebook wants to tailor it for you. It wants to take control and it wants to kind of set things up for you. But we don't want to do that. We want to do it ourselves. We want control of it. We want to control the controllables. So I'm going to click manual leads campaign. I'm going to click continue. And then this is what happens next. So it creates a campaign for you, and then it creates an ad set for you, and then it creates an ad. So in the campaign level, we've really just set the campaign details as leads, and that's it. You don't really need to do anything else. All you'd need to do on here is just name the campaign. So we'll call this leads 1.0. Next, we can go through to the ad set level. And from here, this is where we kind of set a lot of the parameters in terms of the conversion. We choose the page, we choose the budget, and then we also look at the interests and targeting. And it's quite important to just keep an eye on this on the right hand side, the audience definition. I always aim for an audience between 1 and 3 million. That's just a sweet spot. That's what I've been using after spending millions of dollars or pounds on Facebook ads. So again, that's where I've seen it work best for me and also my clients. So for this, we're going to choose instant forms, but if you wanted to run, like I said, Messenger ads, you can click Messenger. If you wanted to run Instagram DM ads, you could click Instagram. And then if you wanted to run kind of a conversions campaign where you're sending traffic to a website or a landing page, you could choose website. So again, each one has its nuances. With instant forms, you've got to create a form on Facebook. That's where we won't send traffic out of Facebook. They fill out their information right on Facebook. This can get you a good volume of leads. It can get you a low cost per lead. Sometimes it's not the best quality. Whereas websites, we're going to send that traffic off Facebook. So we need to have metrics and tracking in place. So we'll probably look at creating, say, a lead event. So if I just click on website, you have to select the pixel and then choose the conversion event. So this is probably going to be lead. And then obviously when someone opts in on that page, you would tell Facebook that that's a lead. So there's different nuances to each campaign. You obviously just need to understand those. Like I said, I'm going to dive into videos on each one of these later on my channel. So for this one, we'll just use instant forms. We need to just choose our Facebook page. So I'll choose Remote Coaches Academy. We're going to maximize for the number of leads, and then we're going to set the budget. Again, budget-wise, the higher the budget, the quicker you're going to get results and testing and data back. But lower the budget, obviously, again, you might want to start on a lower budget. So I recommend anything from £10 or $10, no less than that, especially if you're running kind of one ad set. You don't want to split too much. So you wouldn't want to run like £1 or £3 on this. You're just not going to get enough data. You're not going to know if it works. Especially like once we realize how much it costs per lead, it might be £3, it might be £5. Again, if you're only running like a couple of pounds, you're only going to get a lead like every other day. Next, we want to schedule it. I don't usually set end dates. I just let them run and I control the end date myself. If it's not working, I'll turn it off. So I've set the budget, and then I scroll down, and then this is where I can start to look at my audience and start kind of managing that. So again, if we want to change the location, we could come in here and just add other locations. For this example, I'll literally just use United Kingdom. Minimum age, don't really need to set that. This is kind of a new feature, but you can leave that. And then this is, again, the Advantage Plus audience. So this is where we're going to take control. We're going to switch to original audience options. And then from here, what we can start to do is refine that audience. So again, location, we would put whatever we want to do. So United Kingdom, United States, Canada, and then set that age range. So age range for this example, I'm going to go 25 to 40. And notice on the right hand side, the audience size is going to start coming down. And this is what we want to do, is start kind of refining this audience with our targeting. Genders, obviously you could choose male or female depending on who you want to target. I'll just use all genders for this. And then detailed targeting. So this is where it's going to really start to pull it down. Now, a note on this is you definitely want to turn off advantage detailed targeting. We don't want to use that. That's why Facebook is saying, well, what you've provided me, I'm going to go out and find more people like that. But in my experience, it just doesn't work that well. And I want to kind of get really targeted with my ads to make sure I'm putting them in front of the right people. So from here, again, detailed targeting, you want to search interests of who you're trying to get in front of. And again, you may want to do several ad sets where you test different audiences. And this is obviously where you would do that. So for this example, I'm just going to use like health and wellness. And I know that interests exists inside of their database. Again, Facebook has removed a lot of these interests, so it has got a little bit harder. If you have like an email list or if you have an email list, then you could upload that as a custom audience and then create a lookalike list, a lookalike audience off that. It's a really good way of kind of creating a solid list or a solid targeting option to run ads to. So health and wellness, I'm going to go this interest. See that it says 844 million, I think it is. 844,000 million. I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, we'll choose that, and we're going to go health and wellness, and we can see now it's pulled it down to 6.2, but it's still a little bit big. So from here, we may want to just narrow this audience down. So from here, we may just want to narrow this down by going strength training maybe, and see if that's an interest, and it is, and I'm going to choose that. And now I can see I've got 2.1 million and between 2.1 and 2.5 million, which is great. That's perfect. That's in that sweet spot, and I like this audience. So I'm happy with that. Now where it says placements, this is where you would place your ads. So you can look, if you click manual placements, you can see kind of Facebook, Instagram, audience network, and then all of the areas that you can place your ads on. So again, if you're just starting out, I would recommend probably just using Advantage Plus placements. But if you want to like just target on Facebook or just target on Instagram, then you could choose manual placements. All right, so that's really it for the kind of ad set level. From here, you just name it. So you would name it like what we've done. So 25 to 40, and then all genders, and then maybe you would put the interests. So health and wellness. And narrowed down by, I'll just put like strength coaching, something like that, and then all placements. You just want to be able to do this so that you can see it from the ads manager level, and you don't have to dive in and see who you're targeting every time. And that's it. So that's the ad set level, and now you go into the ad level. So from here, you just want to make sure that your page is selected, your Instagram account selected, and then it's a case of uploading media. So from this, you might want to add an image, you might want to add a video, and then maybe another video or another image, something that's different. So again, these creatives want to be different because you want to test 3 different ads. I always recommend building one ad out and then just duplicating it and adding a different piece of creative and a different piece of creative, because that's what's going to grab the attention on your ads. It's what, when people are scrolling, it's probably the first thing they see. So you want to test different creative to see what works, and then once you get the data back, you can create more creative around the best performing ad. You would literally just click add media and then add images or add videos. Primary text is where you put your copy. So this is where you're going to add obviously the copy to your ad. The headline is what shows down at the bottom of the ad. So if I just put example in here, you can see where it's saying example there. Call to action or description, you can put this description in. This can just again be like just a statement or a sentence that you could add. It doesn't show on all of your placements, so it's not super important. What is important is your creative, your primary text, your copy, and your headline. Just sign up. So call to action, I always use learn more. I've tested a lot of money on these different call to actions. Facebook's saying suggested to sign up, but I've always seen learn more work better, so I would highly recommend using learn more. And then from here, you just need to create an instant form. So once you click create, this is where you would go through each section, you'd name it, you can choose the form type, so more volume, higher intent, rich creative. I would recommend starting out with more volume, and then in here you can just upload an image, a greeting, and then add the questions, privacy policy, and message for leads. And again, I have done another video on this, so again, I'll link that up in the description and in this video. And I do run through how to create forms and things like that on there. Again, I just wanted to give you a high level overview of the different campaigns and also how to set them up. All right, so that's everything. So from here, once you've created the ad, you could just literally duplicate this ad, click duplicate, and then change the image. Do that again, change the image. Then you've got 3 different ads, and then just name it what the image is. So what we're going to do here is we're going to run one audience with 3 different ads, and that budget is set at the ad set level, so that £10 is going to be split across these 3 ads, and Facebook's going to use the algorithm to test and see which ad performs better. You'll start to see data, and then you can take that data and make more ads from that. From here, you then might want to do is duplicate your ad set and target a different audience, but use the same ads. So again, this is where you don't, once you've created one campaign, you don't, all the hard work's done. You've just got to duplicate things, tweak the audience, and then test a new audience with the same creative. And then again, it's all about testing from there. So it's like changing the creative, testing the audience, testing new copy, testing different headlines, and just it keeps going. I always say, a mentor taught me years ago, is data over emotion. So don't get emotional about your ads. Just keep testing, keep refining, keep trying to create the best possible ad, get that KPI, so get that key metrics, that cost per lead, and try and beat it. See if you can beat it and get a better cost per lead whilst looking at the quality as well. So that's really how to create instant forms. Like I said, from here you could create a website lead conversions campaign where you're sending them to a landing page and they're opting in. You can also create Instagram DM ads where you give them something like a lead magnet and then they opt in by your Instagram DM. This is super powerful because it uses your Instagram professional profile, which is your profile. So if they click on it, you get the DM right in your inbox, then you can have a conversation with someone. So these are great ads, and then also kind of messenger ads as well you could use. So that is really the basics of setting up ads and the different settings. Obviously, when you create different campaigns, the nuances are with, say, like the website conversions campaign is how you track with pixels and using the conversions API. Again, if you are going to look to use a conversions campaign, highly recommend using advanced tracking. We use Go High Level. It's great for that. You can use their conversions API. So if you did want to sign up to a 14-day trial, just check it out in the description below. It's great if you're trying to run traffic to a landing page. Also, you've got automation and email and SMS follow-up in there. So yeah, that's really how to set up different types of campaigns and the nuances with the different campaign objectives. Like I said, we use website conversions, instant forms, Instagram Messenger, and then also Messenger as well. In terms of like data and looking at ads, from here I will just dive over to our account. In fact, now I'm going to come off that. I'm just going to delete this campaign because it's a draft. And what I'm looking at when I'm reviewing the ads is, again, I'm looking at the data. I'm looking at the end goal in mind. So I'm looking at, well, what is it costing us per lead? And what I want to see is whether that's the right cost. Again, you're not going to know, but you've got to look at like, well, what does it cost me per lead? And then am I booking a call from that, or am I making a sale from that? And then just kind of reverse engineering it. So again, don't worry about any of the data if you're getting a good cost per lead. But if you're not getting a good cost per lead, then I start to look at like the last 7-day window, and I always have the performance and clicks campaign set, or the data selection set. And then from here, I'm really looking at the CTR all, and then the link click-through rate. So I want the CTR all to be higher than the link click-through rate. Usually you want the link click-through rate to be higher than 1%, and then the CTR all to be higher than or double the link click-through rate. So the link click-through rate is literally what, if people actually click on your ad. The CTR all is if people like, comment, click around it. So we want this higher than 1% because it's just showing us that it's resonating with that audience. So ours is doing really, really well. CPMs, I look at these just to see how much it's costing us to get in front of 1,000 people, and then also kind of your cost per click and your lead cost overall. So that's really what I'm looking at. It's not super complicated when you get in it. It looks pretty daunting, but once you get kind of going with these ads and get used to it, like I said, setting up the campaigns is all quite similar. There's just some nuances with the different campaign objectives. So that's really the basics and the 101 of using Facebook's Ads Manager, the Meta Business Suite, and the different types of campaigns that we run for online fitness coaches.